so nades for B, for T-side. Starting with the Lurk Smoke, there's a few ways you can have it land. You can have it land normally, or deep, or like close to cover both entrances. So the normal one, on the run, you're looking for this like B support beam, and putting it on the left side of this like circle thing. It's not really a circle, but you know what I mean. And then releasing at this pipe. You don't have to stop to throw it, as long as you know to look for this part of the support beam. Just kind of aim at it on the wall and then run forward. Pretty easy. If you want it to land deeper from the same spot, instead of aiming up here, you want to aim lower, pretty much here, down between this black line, this white light, then running forward a couple steps and jump throwing. So you're probably going to want to stop for this one. This one will be more flush. If you want to land closer to cover checkers, the main team I still use this recently is Bet Boom. Stand in the same spot, but instead you're looking for this left opening on the right side, aim at the top, and then release at the bottom of like the cement support. And this smoke will cover this side and this side. You can also throw the Lurk Smoke from spawn, spawn 5, which is the second from the left. Smoke's a little complicated, so I'll try my best to explain it. You might have to mess around with it to find a lineup that works for you, but I use my view model, and I'm putting the bottom left part of my smoke, the orange part, to match the bottom left of the O, so like here. And then I'm running forward till the building that I run up on, it goes past my screen for a couple steps. So, past my screen. And there it goes, and it's going to be like kind of the in-between of the deep one and the regular one. If you want to molly this, there's a couple ways you can do it. From this corner, you want this cement to meet this line right here. You're going to run forward until you're in the middle of this blob, and then left click throw. You can also throw it if you're up here, and then you're looking for this yellow line, and then you just want to bank it off of this yellow line, and it'll bounce in. As long as you don't aim too high, it's pretty easy. You can connect a molly, checkers. If there's no smoke, obviously, you can just like bounce it off here. But if it is smoked, you want to get on this corner right here, use the B as a reference, go over to this rust, run forward for a little bit, and then left click throw. It's like I'd say like a good few steps. The farther you run, obviously, the farther it will go. Flashing this close angle, there's a few ways you can do it. If you bounce it off this wall, either like left clicking is good because it'll blind this, just won't blind this. You can middle click it also. It just might blind you. You can bounce it like the Lurk Smoke, which will be pretty good for blinding this and this, as long as you have the angle right. And then the other way you can do it is if you like just get it between these two generators, I just like jumping right click it. It'll full blind the opper, or just whoever's on this line here without them ever seeing it. They can only hear it. Same thing with this checkers angle. Just know if they're on the left side, it won't blind them because they're like tucked from this. If you're close tree, you want to smoke a tree, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can either just like run through it off of this, left side of the pole. If you want to go deeper, you can just aim like down on the ground instead and then jump through it. You have to make sure it hits the pole or else it can miss, like if it hits the wall next to it. Nades from Sunroom, there's like a bunch you can throw. I'll start off with all the nades on this ledge. The tree smoke, you just want to aim it from the middle of the door here, in between this line and this line, like vertically. And middle click W jump there for tree. To molly headshot, you're going to aim right here. Middle click, walk forward a couple steps and jump through. The less you walk, it'll get more of default, and the more you walk, it'll get more of headshot. So you kind of just want to find a balance route that you like. If you want to molly back sight from here too, use this line as reference, go over a panel, and then aim where you're halfway down between this line and this line. And if you want to molly missiles, in the same spot, you're looking for this like white circle right here, aiming at the bottom of it. This molly's intricate, as you can see, so you kind of just have to mess around with it till you find a spot where you can get it pretty consistent like that. flashes you can throw from here, the pipe flashes, 2 lineups for the same flash. You just use this line I mentioned before, aim down, left click. The other flash, aim right here, middle click, jump through. They're both the pipe flash, where this pipe blocks the flash from blinding your teammates. The Heaven Molly, get on this ledge and move to the right till you're on the left side of this white dot here, or this black dot, both work the same. You're looking for this faint line right here, and then you're gonna move till you're halfway between this line and this line, and then a smidge left so it doesn't hit the pipe, and then jump through. And this will Molly Heaven. From the same ledge, but a different spot on the ledge, you're gonna move your crosshair right till you're in this, like, I don't know if you can see it, this like circle in the leaves right here, where your crosshair's in the circle of the leaves. You're looking for this faint dot here, then you're gonna aim to the top of this ledge right here, and then left click throw. So bounce off some geometry in Heaven, then land on the right so it's flush. If you want to flash checkers for your team, I kind of just use this angle, this box as reference, and then move to this line. It's pretty forgiving. You just aim at the top of the pipe. Will be a pop flash for a checker. In my opinion, the best flash for either popping B or execing B, just when your team's coming out, is if you get in this corner, look for this small mark here, move diagonally till it's on the edge of this mark, left click throwing. This will full blind pretty much like every angle that can see it. So just to show the ones that you might think it wouldn't blind. Even like flush with this wall. So the two other Heaven Smokes you can throw from farther away. The one in Useless that phase throws is super complex, and I miss it like a lot. So hopefully I hit it while recording this. The way that I line it up is I am looking for a certain line, which is that lines up with my view model, like my top finger. I don't know if you can see it, like if I like this right here, and then I just move it out a little bit and then jump through. This is the way that I've found to hit it the most consistent, and I missed it. See exactly what I mean? Like here. I feel like this should hit. Yeah. So like I said, it's super hard. I don't know how FaZe lined it up because they're the team I saw throw it. But you can mess around with it and find a way to hit this consistently. If you want one that lands deeper in Heaven that's not from Sunroom, you can also throw it, like if you have a Lurk, throw it from T-Spawn. If they put their -2Y of their grenade crosshair in between the P and the O at the top, and then walk forward to the bottom of the P and the O and jump through, it'll smoke in Heaven. Even though it lands on this back wall, it'll be flush with the entrance. You can also smoke tree from A main, outside A main. You get on this like gray part of the wall here in the middle, and then aim under the left side of this like number 4 looking like Cyrillic character right here, and then jump throwing. And then that will smoke tree. Those are the B nades. Now for the A site, the most common smokes, kind of like how they were in Go, is this fork smoke, and then the wrap smoke that connects with it. There's a few different ways you can throw these. So if you want to throw them from an A-man, fork smoke's the same as Go, you kind of just bounce it off of the shroud box here. And then if you have quad control, so you can't die to this, or like if you kind of just want to strafe out and do it if you've been holding this for a while, you strafe to the right on this wall and aim at this top right corner. It'll throw the wrap smoke. You can also throw these smokes on the run if you're rushing. Both smokes use this thing right here on the roof. So for the fork smoke, you want to go into garage, and you want to aim on the middle right side of this thing, and then jump through right before you leave garage. You want to make sure you're on the left side of this entrance here when you're throwing it. Did not throw. Why is my smoke not throwing? Thank you, game. There we go. This will spread to here too. Yeah, there's the fork smoke. And then the smoke to connect with it, you just go, instead of aiming on the right side, you just aim straight in the middle. And you want to go on the outside of garage and then jump through right before this corner. So, here. There's the two smokes. You want to throw them in an execute style. You can throw them from here. Really easy lineup. First smoke, you aim right here. Middle click, jump throw. Second smoke, same spot. Middle click, W jump throw. So this one, instead of landing here, will drip down from the railing. If you want them to land at the same time, you should throw the wrap smoke first, so the W jump throw one, because that one takes 2 seconds longer than the other one, about. So, like that. I'll land around the same time. Common smoke being used right now for like mid pops and taking deep mid control is this highway smoke that lands up here. If you get in this corner, and I use view model 3 as a view model lineup, I want to get your grenade pin flush with this corner, and then move it out a little bit so there's a little bit of sky that you can see. So just like that, and then jump throw. I'll smoke off this. And then you can also throw it from in useless. If you get on this side of the tree, and then you kind of want to aim in the middle between this corner and this corner here, and then W jump throw. Oh, I lied, sorry. So you want to go a little in from this corner actually, so it's not like halfway, it's a little more to the right, and then W jump throw. The reason I'm showing the smoke now is because you can throw a deeper like wall for A using the smoke. And you can throw the other two smokes from in this corner. The first smoke, you kind of just want to aim in between these two clouds and jump throw. And then the second smoke, you want to aim at the bottom of this like T looking cloud right here and jump throwing. And just so you can see what that looks like, as these smokes will like connect for a deeper wall. So you don't, if you want a guy to scale this way, you don't have to do it like gray screened. The god flashes that you can throw. Let's say this guy throws smokes, he wants to throw flashes. If you come in between the window and this line right here, then just aim at the bottom middle of this square and jump throw. This flash will full blind not only like quad and default peeking, it will also blind like top rafter if they're tucked in this corner, and like fork in this corner. So you can like throw this flash if you have a guy Squeaky raiding to open the door and mauling stuff. Speaking of which, mollies that you can throw from door. If you have this cross smoke thrown, you can bank it off of this red wall as long as you're aiming left of this this edge of the building here. So just like that, or you can like just like straight front forward throw it. If let's say they do throw this flash for you, if you have the door closed, you can aim at this yellow or this white mark right here. You get the door open and then left click for fork. If you want to molly your top rafter, same thing. You can stand here, like on the handle, aim at this, the bottom of this mark here, and then left click it. And this one will spread to this like left corner, and also drop down to get a little bit of fork. If you want a flash for a main that's similar to like the B flash, if you get in this corner here, and you're looking for this like gap in the textures, you're gonna aim at the bottom of it, right here, and then middle click. Flash will blind like anyone peeking here, obviously, and then it will also blind, like full blind this guy. And those are most of the cool nades from A. Some nades for mid, starting with the Z smoke. You don't really need to learn like a set spawn smokes. If you just use this third line in the crosswalk, aiming at the middle of this backwards end, releasing at the end of the white line, you can smoke Z. It's pretty easy to hit, pretty forgiving. If you want to throw a smoke to extinguish the boost molly, a few ways you can do it. You go on this second wall here. If you go on the second wall here and aim in the middle, and go from this left line down to the crate and jump throwing, it'll extinguish the molly. You can also throw it from spawn 4. Aim in between the O and the R and the beam and W jump throwing. Does the same thing. You can also throw it for yourself on the run. This one's a little finicky, so ideally you don't have to throw this, but you're kind of looking to aim on the corner of the building where like the light pole is, and then you're gonna jump through like right before the corner pretty much. So sometimes it'll land up here, sometimes it'll land down here. There's an example of it. Exactly. So yeah, it's a little inconsistent, a little difficult, so try to get someone to throw it for you maybe. Needs for highway. You want to molly highway like on the run towards him in. You like bump into the end of the truck here and you aim at the ladder and then run forward till the first door to garage is like out of your screen and left clicking. You obviously need a little more momentum than that, so as an example. That spread is crazy. It will help molly the highway peak. As you saw, the spread's like a little weird, so just be careful of that. Sometimes it'll spread like this, and then sometimes it'll like spread out to the coil. You can also HE if you're like kind of running, and then same principle when the door's off your screen. You kind of aim where this red line meets the barrel. It'll need like someone like peeking up here. If you want to set molly so that can't happen, you want to go to the barrel to like pretty much as right as you can go. I kind of like look to the right of this line, and then you're gonna find this line here as reference. Aim down 2, and then we'll be halfway between here and here. So 1, 2, and then jump through. And the spread on this molly will be a lot better. You can also throw a flash if you have people on boost, where you molly, and then the flash you just aim to the right of this light and then middle click, and it will drop down and be a good flash for if someone's here. If you want to throw the mid Lurk Smoke, you just look at this line here on the wall as you're running in. It'll give you coverage. You can like have a nade set if you're rushing mid, where you just like throw the smoke, your teammate's like flashing for you. You can right click a flash out, and pick a side to go to. Let's say they smoke in garage like this. If you're on this back left corner, you can nade the smoke open. I just look for this mark, aim to the left of it, and it'll get full nade coverage of the smoke. And then you can also pop flash your team out if you aim just like on this marking here. It'll be a good flash for close and just to help get your team out. Another good pop flash for boost is kind of similar to this one. You can throw from the truck here. In the middle of the truck, you aim where this red line again meets the barrel, and then jump through. This flash will like hug the wall and then full blind this. You can also smoke Z from here. If you just aim at the top or this like dark part, pretty much. Another good nade set to know. If you look for this line right here and stand at the end of it, if you aim in the middle of this like green box here and jump through, you can smoke Z. And if you aim in this bottom gap right here in the plant and W jump through, they'll molly sandbags. If you want to molly in vents for mid control, like late, if you get on this line where the graffiti is, you're gonna want to aim in this gap of the leaves, and then walk forward a little bit and jump through. They'll molly into vent, and then like go the full way into vent. If you're on top of boost and you want to smoke Z, if you're on this right corner, you can smoke Z if you stay crouched and aim at the top bar right here in between these two. If you're on the left side here of boost, and then you kind of just like, you go use this like dip as reference, and then aim up like halfway and middle click. It'll be a molly that covers both under the boost and in this cubby. If you want to like double nade this, you can have your guy on boost again on the left side. Aim while crouched right here and left click, or if he's standing just like pretty much where this thing is, left clicking. And then you can have a guy on top of the barrel on the right side, aiming at this corner, and then walking a couple steps and jump throwing. If he has to be far right there, or else he'll like hit that. So you kind of just want to go on the very edge, and then throw it. Cool, pretty easy. If you're on boost on this right side and you aim in between the bottom of this like 7 looking black mark and this white line and left click throwing, you can like self flash for yourself for mid. If you're stuck vent for whatever reason and you need to smoke Z, if you're crouched and you aim either here or here, either of them work. And then if you're standing, you just aim right here. If you're also stuck vent and somehow have your molly and you want to molly sandbags, you just aim up from the pipe to like this part here pretty much. And middle click, pretty forgiving. And then if you want to throw flash for your teammate into Z, I use this dot as reference and then go over. So it's like you'd be on the right side of these like lines here. And it will pop flash into not only into Z, but like if a guy's holding here. So it's pretty strong flash. And yeah, that's most of the mid nades right now. Some CT nades for B. The B smoke. Pretty easy and forgiving. You just come out heaven on this like right side and then bank it off the left side of this wall here. If you want to blow the smoke for an op or checker or something, in this corner, you aim just like above this dot to the left. It'll blow it. If the smoke ends up being a little bit deeper, you can just like walk through a step. If there's a guy playing like Sunderm a lot, like holding like this or like this, and you want to molly him out if you want to fight him, if you see in this corner, aim from this like dark line over to on the first missile to here and W jump there. It'll full molly this wall and this peak. So they can't just like stand behind here. Like they have to either commit out or commit forward or go to behind the box. If you're throwing pop flash for B main and your headshot, if you aim right here and just left click, it'll full blind like here, like anyone holding this line, or even like close here. So that'd be like for someone peeking this side. if someone's peeking from checkers, you can just aim down to the bottom of like the rest stain and then walk a couple steps and throw, and now I'll flash for the checkers guy to peek like this. Just don't walk too far, or else if he's in like sunroom, then he won't see the flash. So it's like a step or two. So you want to like pop like that. We'll also full blinds this corner here. If you're heaven and you want to throw a pop flash for in aim or for like checkers, you just aim it here in this corner and then walk a couple steps and then middle click. Same thing. I have no flash on. Didn't blind anyway. You want to make sure you walk a couple steps before you throw it. So look at this corner. Again, if you want to get like free nade damage on the guy's sunroom and you're playing on B, you can jump to this box here and then just like kind of aim in the middle here and then like middle click, run forward, and it'll like hit this guy for 50 if he's back here. And yeah, I mean, B is a pretty simple sight. So that's kind of all the needs. Some CT needs for A, starting with the main smokes. You can throw the set one. You just stand on the edge of the truck and you aim right here. You want it to be deeper so it's more flush with the entrance. You can also throw it on the run, aiming at the same spot, and then holding middle click, and then letting go around when you get to E-box. Another way you can throw it, let's say you're jiggling this slim angle here, and you want to drop in a main smoke, you can come over and then just aim like at the bottom of these bars, at the fourth one, and then middle click jump through. Let's say you think they're like rushing when you're the A player and you want to slow them down, or you want to like get the quad and not have to worry about getting like insta push right away. After you throw your smoke or whatever, if you're not smoking, if you get like on this corner, it's pretty loose, and then aim at the light and then hold S and A. It'll be a pop flash for aim in. If you're trying to take aim in and you're like the close fork guy and you clear this out or jiggle close, say this mollied out or whatever. If you're doing it late, you jiggle out this. You can smoke deep aim in if you're past this pillar and throw it off the wall. You can molly behind this box here as long as you throw your molly off the left like side of this pillar. The shorter the better. If you want to pop flash teammates in the aim in for this, you stand on this like unfinished brick right here, aim at this second window, then left click. You can also throw this take smoke from quad. If you're in this corner right here, you're looking for the gap between the boxes and this first point, and you want to run forward a couple steps and jump there. Spread like this. And you can also flash from quad. You jump into this corner, you're looking for the B and the 2, go 2 points down, and then W jump through. Can you aim a little bit higher? Oh no, you can't. I lied. Yeah, just aim there. If you want to flash a teammate in the Squeaky, and you're playing highway, you get on this wall right here and aim at this first bar of the window, flash. Nice thing about this flash is it obviously is going to blind the guy like scaling, but also full blinds this guy who's like holding from deep. And yeah, that's the basic A nades. simple mid utility. Starting with the garage smoke, obviously, kind of can just eyeball it. It's pretty easy. Just want to make sure it's deep enough, but not too deep where it doesn't cover the entrance. And when it comes to mulling boost, if you're on the left side of this railing and aiming in between this red line and the door and jump throw, you'll mully deep boost and under boost, and it's not extinguishable by this smoke that lands up here. You can also throw the molly on the run. If you look at like this tower right here, after you come out and throw the smoke, and then you want to hold like A and like tap S periodically to keep it consistent, and you want to release literally right before these two buildings line up. So I'll show you in real time. Coming up mid. Simple as that. It takes some practice, but it's pretty easy. If you want to nade boost, and let's say you're gonna play NZ, so you like smoke. If you just aim like below this grass right here and then run forward, this nade will chunk anyone running A main and also like towards boost. So you can like throw your smoke and then throw the HA. You can also throw the HE from highway. If you kind of just use this ladder as reference, and then you can like aim at like pretty much next to this first thing on the ladder and then run forward. It will nade like outside boost. You can also like walk forward to get less distance and like aim higher. So you have to make sure you're wide enough where you aim high enough where it doesn't hit the wall, and you're right enough where it doesn't hit the wall. If you have the worst spawn, so spawn 2, and you want to play mid, you can aim in the middle of this square right here, and you hold A out of spawn, and then after you pass outside, you're gonna hold W and then jump through right when you get like to this building, this tower on the left. So just to show you. Oh, I did not mean to jump through. That's funny. I ran too far, but it still didn't matter. Still gonna land. So yeah. There's obviously some like micro plays you can do with like flashes for boost and some other stuff, but that's gonna kind of wrap it up. Just some simple nades for you guys to play with.